Oh, it's working. I did it. This is so exciting. Hey, I'm just gonna wait for some more people to join. Am I doing it right? I think I'm doing it right. It's actually gonna work. I think it should. Maybe.
Oh, cool, rad.
Hey!
Hey, what's up?
Not much. I think it's. Is this working? Yeah, I think it's working. How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Well, thanks for being on our first episode. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself. How old you are? Where are you from? What's your favorite, favorite vine? That's an important question.
The general Alex Frank vibe. Yeah, well, my name is Alex Frank. I'm from a little town up in northern Indiana called Indiana. It's a super rad little town. It's got a ton of culture. It's got a lot of art and stuff. But I actually went to a high school that was kind of predominantly more towards art and music and stuff. So yeah, I kind of grew up in that small town vibe. Then I moved to Indianapolis a couple years back.
Okay.
I started singing. I'm 21 now. I started when I was 18.
Nice.
Kind of singing at more of just a bedroom jam session level.
Right.
Started playing gigs and started getting out there. I went to college at Ball State University over in Muncie, Indiana. That was all right. That was not bad. College was pretty cool. But about halfway through college, I met my manager, one of my lecture classes, and he was like, "You got a talent. We think we can sign you." I was like, "I will take the deal." I dropped out of college like a semester later because it was just hard. It was a battle between, do I go for my passion and do I stay behind and go for school? And so I was like,
sure.
I gotta pursue it now. My parents were supportive. It was just the path for me. So that kind of leads me to where I'm at, just here in Indianapolis making music every day, just hanging out.
Awesome. So you're in Indianapolis now. Are you planning on staying there, or maybe gonna move?
It's been a pretty awesome time being in Indianapolis. You know, my first city move coming from my hometown. So I'm probably gonna stay here for maybe a year or two more and get the music scene. I love the music scene. I love the music culture here. There's tons of amazing songwriters. There's tons of amazing producers. So it's a good environment to grow in and to kind of start it. But definitely, the end goal is probably New York.
Right. Gotcha.
My dad is from New York, so I have, kind of family ties there, and also like it's just kind of like the dream.
Nice. Sounds way more exciting than my little town where I am.
Yeah, where you?
Okay, so important question: what is your favorite vine, like of all time?
Oh my gosh, this is a hard question. I actually have a close. I have a close friend who got famous on Vine. I don't know if you Connor Bobe.
I might know if I see him. I don't really know the names of people.
You know if you saw him. They actually grew up together, but like I watched him get super famous. He had millions of followers on Vine. So it's a hard question because I've seen so many. He's shown me so many that like didn't even go viral. But probably look at all these chickens because I always go back to it. It's the one that you get away from. It's like you'll find the newest thing, but look at all these, and you're just like, yes, that's what I need. I need today.
I love it. I like the I was looking at it last night because I couldn't stop thinking about the Free Shavakadu one. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, I love it.
You know.
All right, let me get into the important stuff. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your music. Like, what kind of music do you make? How did you get into it?
Yeah. So I think, when you first say you want to become a musician, there's kind of a transitional gap between like I want to make music and then the product you make. A lot of people think, okay, now it's my time as an artist to make music, so I'm just gonna step in the studio and what I think is gonna come out. When in all reality, a lot of the way your music sounds and a lot of the way your music is influenced has a lot to do with all the people you bring in. So I actually got connected to a band called the Bobby Maroney Trio when I came to Indianapolis. My label, they knew the band and they knew that they were mad talented and super fun to write with. So I brought them in on my first two records, and we really collabed and sat down in a studio over here and took songs that I had written while I was in college and just broke them down kind of on a musical level, you know, and also on what are we trying to accomplish with this piece of music kind of level.
Right. Gotcha.
So that, yeah, I'd say, you know, a lot of the people I work with influence the music I make. But, yeah, I guess I didn't really, I guess what I'm trying to say is I kind of fell into my genre of music, which is singer-songwriter, acoustic, John Mayer vibes.
Right.
That's just kind of how I write. But I've been writing for a really long time, so I feel like you go through little phases, you know? You learn how to write short spurts, and then you can kind of write this genre, maybe singer-songwriter stuff. But as you progress, you can write deeper and cooler stuff. So.
Gotcha.
The goal for this
is cool.
To composing and stuff a lot more too.
Right. So do you like composing, or do you just like write the basics and let somebody else do it?
I don't want to say I'm a control freak, but like I definitely really work really hard on my projects to touch as much of the pieces as I can. Obviously I can't do it because I work with a lot of people, and I bring in a lot of people, you know, as second and third or fourth ears, you know, to make sure that what I'm doing is, you know, something really special. But,
right.
You know, I try and touch, if I can sit down with the keyboard player and, you know, go over keys, I'll do it. If I can sit down with a drummer and talk about the feel or talk about the rhythm, I'll do it. You know, I love every single piece of the process, all the way down to, I even sit down with my mastering engineer at the end of the whole recording process, and I watch him. I don't master my own work because I don't believe that I'm the best, you know, at doing that. But I sit down with my mastering engineer and I watch him do every single piece. So yeah,
so you like to be there for like every step of it. Like you need
to. Yeah, it's my job, it's my career, but also, you know, I just love growing and expanding in, you know, skill level, and also I'm curious too. I'm like, what makes that much better? What makes that sound together? You know.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So obviously we're talking about music here, but the show's also about like mental health. Would you say mental health has affected your music at all, or have you had your own journey with mental health? Like,
I mean, when I saw the channel, I thought it was really cool because I think it's a huge part of music. I mean, I think it's the same reason why you meet some people in the community who are wicked out of this world talented and they have no career, rather than some people, you know, are moderately talented but have really sufficient music business.
Right.
And I think for everyone it's a little different. It's kind of like walking your own path of life. You've got to really have what you've got going on lock to be able to move forward. I know that I've personally, you know, I wouldn't say struggled with mental health, but when you begin the path of a musician, there are a lot of things that they don't tell you about. Like, you know, you're going to sleep in your car. You're going to, at some point in time, if you're on tour, if you're a touring musician, you're going to sleep in your car. You're going to have shows that go awful. Just like you didn't even know a show could go that bad. You didn't know that little amount of people could show up, or that people just don't like your music. It happens. You show up
it does.
Far. So I think you really got to be prepared to take a lot of batter, you know, to take a lot of battle wounds, which I think, you know, brings it back to that whole mental health thing. But no, it's definitely a transition period. And also I think it could also help you though, because, you know, as you're writing and as you're expressing yourself through music, you do learn so much about who you are as a person, and the decisions you make in music are similar to the decisions you make in life. You know, I mean, what you do to a song expresses what's going on for you. So I think it's a pro and a con. It helps you get it out, but also when you're done making the music at your home or when you go out into the world, you've really got to be on top of what's going on in your head. You've got to be constantly checking yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Would you say it's definitely been like a part of your writing process as long as you've been doing music, or?
Huge part of my writing process. And I have to emotionally prepare and emotionally cool down from different events. If I have 8 shows, I did this past year. I did an album release. I
Mm-hmm.
released an album called Beautiful Noise, and then immediately following the album release, I did a album release show, huge show in my hometown, sold out 220 I think tickets, and then after that tour, I went on an 8-show tour through the Midwest,
Okay.
every night. We did 2,700 miles within 8 days. It was nuts, but I mean, even for that, I think I prepared a ton prior to. I had been touring for the past year. So leading up to that, I was working up and preparing for this whole journey, and then the last show happened. I was so optimistic. I was like, I did it, completely
Right.
walked off, no scars. The last show on the way home, we had a 3-hour drive, and I got sick 4 times because
Oh.
I got 4 times. Last show, walked off the stage. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm sick. And they're like, what? I'm like, yep, that's it. That was my cat. You do hit like an emotional wall where you're just like drained
Right.
because you're giving so much of yourself. Music is a very, I'm giving when I sing and when I express. People are receiving, but like, not that you want to complain, but you also have to do, like I said, a mental check where you're like, I gotta take some time and recover, really think about, the journey you did, learn from it, and then kind of reset after every big spurt. I think
Right.
that's really hard to learn too. You got to be really
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
yourself.
How do you, like take care of your mental health? Like, how do you kind of, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
like, how do you incorporate it? Like,
I think understanding you can't push yourself all the time is a big.
right.
I think I'm the type of personality. When I want to do something, I'm going to give my all. I don't care if it's for me. I don't care if it's for someone else. I want to put my all into it because I'm not going to be the person who lets someone else down or lets someone else fail.
Right.
And I'm blessed with that. And my parents were super cool and they supported me to become this person. But in the same breath, you've got to know when you're spreading it on too thin and you're giving, and you're just, deteriorating your own self and your own mind. It happens without you knowing it too. I mean, you can just it's music industry, so it's fun. It's a blast. You're doing
Right. Yeah.
especially when you hit that first spurt of, I don't want to say success, but the first bit of involvement, really.
Mm-hmm.
When you first start being able to be involved with projects or, local shows or local songwriting rounds, you anticipated this for so long. I always wanted to be an artist. And then before you know it, you're like sitting on the couch, like, what is going on? So yeah, definitely taking time to yourself and writing a lot. We're writers, so if you're gonna be doing this, you gotta commit and just.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Do you think musicians today are kind of doing a good job at starting a conversation about mental health, like through their music? Like,
I think some people are doing a phenomenal job.
mm-hmm.
It's hard for everyone to do a job. I mean, life is kind of a big game of perspective. I mean, so everyone's kind of been through something, and some people haven't been through enough. So it's hard to say that, not just go straight to our millennials, but it's hard to say how people are going to continue to deal with mental health and music. I've seen some people, like really big pop artists, deal with it really well, and then there's still
Right.
big name celebrities that are struggling with the smallest of problems. So it goes
Yeah.
back and forth. I think everyone's got to remember to be super personal. This is all music is a really personal path because no one else is gonna travel down the same path, not even close to you. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good thing.
Thanks. Let me see. Is there any like specific song or specific anything that you've written or come out with that you think really encapsulates like your journey with mental health, or maybe not? Just.
Oh yeah, I think my music reflects a lot of my mental health and kind of the things that I've grown through. I try and keep my music as transparent as possible. So if you
Right.
listen to my first album, Sleepwalk, and you listen to my second album, Beautiful Noise,
Mm-hmm.
they're not a written, I'm collaborating these two albums, but you can see how I'm traveling through my life in one and kind of the end of the story in the other. And also, if I had to put one song, it'd probably be Moon, which is on my first and second album.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's probably the most expressive I could be as an artist with my
Right.
singing and with my musicality. I feel like I just get the emotion of what that song's about through really well.
Right. Yeah. So, what are you listening to right now? Like anything new, old
Yeah,
stuff?
I'm into quite a bit of music right now. Me and my roommates have been blasting some Khalid. His new album, Sun City, came out. Amazing. John Bellion.
I haven't heard it yet. What's a good track off of it? Like, what should I listen to first?
Off Sun City,
Okay.
I say Motion. A lot of people say Better, which is like the single, or they'll say
Right.
Sad. So I'm like, Motion all the way. Retweet. Motion all the way. Great song. I think it encapsulates the album really well. And then also, John Bellion, Glory Sound Prep. If you're into hip hop music or beats or any type of jazz or rhythm, like, album was just blows me away.
He's really talented. Like, I just started listening to him, and I feel like I've been sleeping on him for too long.
I have actually been a fan for a really long time.
Yeah.
I saw him last year in concert, like VIP tickets in Indianapolis. My manager hooked me up with that one. But oh my gosh, such an amazing musician, such a genuine person. He's a really great example of someone who like manages his mental health really well, and
Right.
really manages his fans really well too. I've noticed that. Some artists, I feel like that fan to artist relationship is either weird or kind of skewed, or that he's professional but super genuine and nice at the same time. I love it.
That's awesome. Let's see. What else do I have for you? What's like the craziest fan encounter you've ever had, or like the
I haven't had a ton
memorable or
of
anything?
encounters, I'd say, but I have had people. This past year, this will be my second year in music. So the first year, it's kind of just an introduction. You're doing 1,000 first impressions.
Right.
But this second year has been really cool because I'm starting to see, reoccurring faces at shows or a legitimate social media presence where I post about a show and people show up. So that has been pretty cool. I don't know if I've had any crazy ones. When I'm traveling in other cities, a lot of people will ask me if I want to stay the night at the house.
Really?
Yeah, because it's super nice because they don't want you to pay for a hotel room. They're like, hey, you're really cool. Like, we can put
Yeah, I
you
guess
up.
that is nice.
And sometimes it's really nice, and sometimes they'll say yes, but also, they're strangers.
Yeah.
I've had people who were like, "Come on, you don't need to spend $80 for a hotel room." I'm like, "You kind of creeping me out a little bit."
Like, I love people, but I don't know if I'd be able to go to
Yeah,
a complete stranger's house. And
not
yeah,
super into it. I've slept in my car rather before, just because
yeah.
I have a huge SUV, so we're fine. I was prepped for it.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, we had Wi-Fi. We're good. Yeah.
So, tell me where people can follow you. Like, where can we find out about new stuff? Where can we listen to your music?
My favorite social media is probably Instagram. So,
Okay.
Alex Frank Music on Instagram. I also have a website. I have all of the social medias, and you can find the links to all my social medias from my website, alexfrankmusic.com. Yeah, all my music's on my website and on iTunes and Spotify and all that good stuff. But Instagram is definitely where I'm most creatively working at. Facebook has got awesome information.
Right. But you can't post cute pictures on there. Well, I guess you could, but
I just do the thing on Instagram where you add it to Facebook. I'm like, that's good.
Right.
But for sure, Instagram, for sure.
Got it. All right, Instagram. Plug your Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, honestly.
Oh, no, thank you very
Nice
much.
talking to you. I can't wait to go listen to your music. I'm going to go plug it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. I'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye. Yo, he was so nice. He was so nice. Yes, we love it. Oh my God, I love Instagram too. I could stalk it all day. Bye. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. He was super dope. I'm going to go listen to his music. I hope you do too. I think we actually have a surprise guest coming on later tonight or later today. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll see you guys.